is the Clucked Chickens, a podcast about Realm Royale. Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of the Clucked Chickens. I'm OctoOG, and again with us tonight is Donut. What's up, Donut?
What's going on?
Oh, well, we took ourselves a little bit of a break, didn't we?
Yeah, you got a little cold there for a little bit.
For those of you that don't know, I went and decided to climb a couple of mountains, and that required me to take a couple of weeks off this awesome streaming. But it was one absolute amazing trip. What did you do while I was gone?
I worked. That's about it. It was probably less fun than what you were doing.
I don't know. Hanging off the side of a mountain in Europe and Russia, probably not as exciting.
I will say I was really hot, so I guess we had a good balance of hot and cold going on.
I will admit, when I got back last week, the getting to the back to warm was amazing. It was freezing cold in Russia. Like negative 18 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wasn't like I was like, oh, thank God we've got a little bit of warmth here in New York City. Unicorn Girl, she was complaining most of the time that it was hot the entire time I was gone, but I was like, thank God.
I can imagine.
So how have you been liking the new Realm Royale that's been running around these last few weeks?
It's they're doing a lot. They're changing a lot of stuff. They are. It's a lot. It's like it's almost like a jumping into an ice bath. It's a big shock to the system. Nothing terrible, nothing bad in my personal opinion. But like I said, everything they're doing is they're doing big changes real fast, and they're it's just there's always an adjustment period whenever they do stuff like this.
Yeah, I know. Us finding those legendary items in just random chests, that's been so far the most fun I've had.
Oh, definitely.
Like just wandering around. Oh, look, I've got legendary boots. So, but yeah. But before we jump into this, I wanted to show you guys a couple of photos. For those of you on the podcast later on in the recording, I will put this up in the show notes. But from right now for the stream, here's some photos of me. Before I left, I got a Realm Royale flag. I made it out. One side Realm Royale, and thanks to you, put on the other side the Clucked Chicken flag. And when we went up Mont Blanc, and you'll see that on the 2 outer photos, we had some time to relax and take some photos, and we were pretty high. But it was nice and relaxed, nice and enjoyable, and I was able to get these 2 photos. And I sent them to you. Yeah, were you shocked when you saw them?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I love them. I will say, the center photo, you look freezing.
Oh my God! Well, the thing is, the center photo now, that's at 18,500 feet in Mont Blanc, or I'm sorry, in Elbrus in Russia. So it is freezing cold. So we walked up, we got all the way up to the top, and there was like 30 people up on the summit. And so basically, and it was so cold, we had to really move in, move out, get in, get out. Everybody was like, okay, let's go. I grabbed the Realm Royale flag out, and I did a little selfie that I could do as fast as I could. And then I was like, okay, now we got to get back down this mountain. And 4 hours later, we were back at base camp. So
wow. That's awesome. That's really cool. I like my favorite picture is the surrender flag.
Yeah, the surrender. I was dead. On top of Mont Blanc, I was so dead. We did 1,700 vertical meters that day. Basically straight up. So it was a lot of fun, but I got to represent Realm Royale up there. I thought it was cool. I was like, yeah, and honestly, and High Res, if you're listening to this, I did this so that maybe you could help me out on my battle pass, since I wasn't able to do it for the last 3 weeks. Just saying. But anyways, So why don't we talk about Realm Royale for a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
The economy patch. What's your first thought about this?
My absolute first thought is, holy crap! I can't. Disenchanting sucks.
Yes. Oh, it feels like that so much because I mean, you disenchant a few things. You were so used to, like, in your head, okay, I disenchant a few things, I can get up to 10, 15, 20 points that I need. When you were going in there and you were disenchanting for, like, I think right now it's 3. You're getting 3 shards. I was like, 3 shards? What's going on here?
Yep.
But yeah, no, that so far has been the biggest thing for me. Now, I know they've done the math, and it feels okay, but let's go from the top down. I mean, the headshot damage, they really nerfed that by they cut it in half. And I know you as an assassin really do go for the headshots. How has this felt?
Yeah, I don't like this personally. Me, as playing as an assassin already. Obviously, I pick assassin because I rely on my accuracy more than anything else. And headshots is something, as me being an old school Major League Gaming competitive player, Halo 1, Halo 2, those kind of games. Headshots should be a skill based shot, and it should do the extra damage that comes with it. That's been known since the dawn of FPS games. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like they're, I don't want to say trying to make it a little easier for some players, but I do feel like they are taking away from us more skilled players who can hit the headshots.
Right. Well, I'm noticing also, I know they're calling it the crafting economy patch, but I'm also seeing the time to kill and them trying to make it so that basically at the end of the day, the games are lasting a little longer. Not just the headshots, but like the chicken timer. As you see down here, it's reduced down to like from 30 to 20, so it's giving you getting you a res quicker, and you can move a lot faster. You can get away and hide and run. So I'm feeling what they're trying to do here is to make it so, you know, you can maybe get away a little longer.
Yeah, I completely understand their goal. Their goal is to force players to fight more and have more frequent fights, and less. Okay, here's a big fight. It only lasts 10 seconds and it's done, and then you might have to wait 45 seconds to fight somebody else. They want more fights more frequently, and they want people to be able to survive and fight more often. Which I completely understand with. I think the way they should have done the headshot damage reduction, they should have done it where if you get a certain tier helmet, epic legendary helmet,
it saves you from
the
that
damage reduction. Yeah, reduced.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Just doing a flat out damage reduction by half, that's pretty drastic. I feel like maybe 50% if you're wearing a epic or a legendary helmet. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But just a flat out reduction, I think they could have done a little bit differently. But I do agree. I like everything else in their main concept of, okay, we want to have more fights and more frequent fights, and we want to have players, give them more of a chance to survive, to fight some more. I like that.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And I mean, with the weapon damage rescaling, so these weapons aren't hitting as much. You're starting with more armor. The armor change, so you're starting with more armor, and armor but gives you less armor. So it's like the beginning of the game, we're going to give you a little bit more survivability. So I'm these changes. I see that they're basically trying to get it so. Because remember when the automatic weapons came out a few patches ago, like people were just, they were trying to kill people as fast as possible. These games weren't lasting very long, and people were like, what's going on here? And then they brought it down, and then they brought it back up, and now they're bringing it down again to this. So it's interesting to see sort of where they're going, and it'll be interesting to see where they end up.
I agree. I do think they are. Again, we all have to remember that we're still in alpha, in testing mode.
Right.
And again, to repeat, we are still in alpha.
Alpha, yeah.
Not even beta. We're still in alpha. So they obviously they're going to try things and they're going to try it back the way it was, a different way, then try things and then try it back, just to see what gets the best response.
Yeah, again, I agree with you 100%. It is alpha, and we're getting a chance to play a game and be testers in this game while they're making it. Like they're like, they've got the basic. Now let's try and make the game to a point where they feel like they're comfortable with it and it is fair around everybody, and then make a beta. So now chests. Okay, now that we've said that, I'm going to talk about chests. Because a couple of things here that make me I sort of beat my head up against. Like, one of the main things one of the strategies that we talk about a lot is land where there's a weapons chest so you can guarantee a weapon so that you can fight. Now that's why they have these chests. They're a special chest. Now they're having these things drop the same exact loot as normal chests, and I feel that I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either. I know what I have a feeling I know what they're trying to get with this. They want to make the game more balanced for new players, but what they're taking away is worse than what they're trying to give. Every FPS game that I've played, or most FPS games, specifically competitive FPS games, the map knowledge and map layout knowledge and knowing where the weapon spawns are, where the high points are, that is part of the competitive game.
Right.
Taking that out of the game what my assumption is, they're taking it out of the game, or they're changing that so it's easier for newer players to get a weapon. If they don't know the difference between a regular chest and a weapons chest,
or they're making it more difficult on advanced players, so they might not necessarily get that weapon all the time at the very beginning. So yeah,
exactly. But if that was the case, I think they should just randomize what chests spawn where. It shouldn't be that hard to code or to program.
I agree 100%. That's where I wanted to see this. I wanted to see them do a map-wide piece where weapons chests still spawn weapons, but you never know what chest is going to be a weapon, what one's going to be a potion, which one's going to be a normal. Now, I would really love to see that, but I'm guessing the coding that would take is probably a little bit further than they want to do right now. So they're probably just checking to see how the players play with this like that. So
yeah, that makes sense. I feel like in the future, I think what they should do is do exactly that, have random chest spawns. Now, maybe if they even tampered it so a potion box is like a lesser percentage of a weapons chest or a regular chest. That way you don't run into like 4 houses and all you find are potion boxes.
Right.
That could be a downside. But again, it would take more time to code, and this is definitely just a checkbox. What spawns and what chest. So it's definitely an easier way for them to do it, to see how people react. Again, I would like in the future for them to revert this back to weapon chests spawning weapons and then just randomizing.
I'm hoping. I'm right there hoping. Now, what is fun, and what we said at the very beginning, is the chance to drop legendary armors, weapons, or abilities. Now, they're said it's a small chance, but we played, 2 games together. We played 2 games together, and we both got like 3 legendary items, I think it was, each?
Yeah, it was 3 or 4. 3 or 4 each, and it definitely did not seem to be a small chance.
Yeah, it's a lot larger.
As powerful and as great as legendary weapons are, it was definitely a way too large of a possibility for us to get them. I got my legendary sniper rifle within the first 2 minutes of the one game we played as a assassin. Oh no, I was a hunter that game.
You were a hunter, yeah. Well, now I like the Zeppelin chest to it. But I remember when that one Zeppelin chest dropped, it had my my engineer weapon and a legendary chest and a purple a rare, I think, ability. I was like, holy God. I mean, that was beautiful.
Yeah, when you told me that, I asked you, I was like, wait a second, more than one thing came out of that chest?
Yeah, exactly.
And I like that a lot. I do like that for the Zeppelin chest. I like that a lot because it'll draw more attention to those chests.
Right.
Therefore causing more fights to happen. And that's their whole goal, is to get more people to fight and not just sit around until the last circle.
Now, what I would like it is to randomize it between, like if you're part of a team, maybe drop items for each class that's on that team when you open it, and not all, because, you know, I might have my legendary weapon. I think it's kind of nice that it's just not more. I know they've coded all the chests to be whoever opens it, it's your stuff. But I really think the Zeppelin chest should be a lot more special. And, you know, something that a team or a squad can go after and be rewarded for it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. Then you also do keep in mind also though too, that would be a shame if if your teammate's too far away from you and you open the chest and it's nothing but stuff for them.
Right.
And then you get to a fight and then okay, you open that chest for no reason, you exposed yourself. That's where the teamwork would kind of come in, and you say, "Here, I already have my weapon. You go for the chest. I'll cover you." So it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
I do like that idea.
Yeah, I love it. I'm having fun, but and it always drops a legendary weapon still. So that's nice. That's really nice. So so the forge. I really want to. The chicken trophies are gone again.
Yeah.
I like chicken trophies. I like the chicken trophies for your legendary class weapon. I really like it because it forces you to kill somebody, to eliminate somebody from the game to get this really nice weapon. I'm a little, I don't like it that much, but what's your opinion?
No, I completely agree. I like the chicken trophies. I like that you have to earn your weapon, more so than the fact of just running around and disenchanting stuff. Because I mean, I personally think it's a little hard to accomplish to be able to run around and disenchant enough stuff from chests to get my weapon without seeing anybody. It's kind of you got to really try to do that, but. In this, the way the system is now, it's possible. You could land somewhere completely out of the way. You can open all the chests you want until you have 120 shards, and you have a class weapon.
Right.
I don't like that. I want you to be. There should be some kind of reward for something you've done, and that should be killing a player and getting a chicken trophy. Now, the only thing I would say maybe the reason why they changed it is because having to worry about how many chicken trophies I have and how many chicken trophies you have, and spreading them out, and you can't drop them. That could have been a problem. But in that case, all they could have done was allow us to drop the chicken trophies. Yeah,
that could have worked. Now, one interesting thing that happened here that I really like is beforehand the armor potion and the health potion cost exactly the same to forge, but now a health potion costs 15 and an armor potion costs 25. So they're making sure that even if you have a small amount, you can heal yourself, not necessarily get armor, but really can heal yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like that a lot because if you're using armor potions, that means if you're using armor potions, you have more chance to survive a fight. If you're using health potions, that means you're almost dead. So if you're out of armor potions and all you have is health potions, that's at least something. Armor, in my opinion, armor is more valuable than health.
Agree.
Especially end game fights.
Oh yeah, because you get that armor back up, get it up there fast, and knock through it. So, all in all, I don't mind the forge. It's just weird because we've been playing so long with these shards at this area, and now you're like, oh, I have to just ensure 5 things to get 5 points or stuff like that. So I don't think it's bad, because I think if we started the game learning it like this, we would be fine. But since we've been used to playing like this,
yep, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of drastic changes quickly, so it's like a shock to the system.
Now, from what I've heard, listening to the Realm Royale streamers like Thor and Baggins and such like that, Thor was talking the other day. From what he heard, this is part 1 of a 2-part patch that's going to change to go in a larger ecosystem. Now, they really haven't. I didn't hear anything more about it, but there seems to be another large change coming based with this. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's very interesting to think that this is like they made this large of a change, and there's something that's going to come on top of this as well. I can't even guess what it would be.
No, neither can I. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Yeah, I can't even guess either. Already changed so much, and they changed so much of the core aspects of the game. I can't even imagine what else they could add to it.
Now, while we're here and we're talking about the fact that they've made a lot of core changes, how are you feeling about the like? Because when we first started playing Realm Royale, we played it like day 2, you and I.
Yep.
And there were a lot of players, and the amount of players that have dropped off in the last bit, there's been a lot of drop off. I mean, a lot of people are streaming it anymore. It got to the point where they actually had to make a change. Whereas if the server you're on, you couldn't find anything, it will automatically switch you and get you onto another server to get you into a game. So Hi-Res sees this as well. Is that running any alarm bells in your head, or?
Not necessarily. Now, of course, anytime a new game like this comes out, especially when the streamers start playing it, the big streamers like Ninja and Tim the Tatman, Summit, those guys, there's going to be a honeymoon phase.
Right.
Someone who's you stream, I stream, we both follow Twitch. We know how this works.
Yeah.
In games like other games that are early access, alpha, like all the survival games that come out, it's really bad. The honeymoon phase comes, everyone buys it, everyone plays it. Literally a week, 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
It's dead, it's gone, and the game never comes back. It never gets popular again. This is a different scenario than that. Every single game that comes out on Twitch goes through this honeymoon phase. It's the bounce back or the residual after that is done. That's what makes up for it. Now, thankfully for Realm Royale and Hi-Res Studios, the player base did drop, but that was expected with how much hype they had in the beginning. Yeah. Of course, they can't stay that high forever. So they dropped, but they're still going strong, and they still have a sturdy population, and they did that hot fix that allows you to not spend a lot of time in queue waiting for a server. So they know they expected it. They already handled it before it even happened. So good on them for getting right on top of it without having people wait in queues forever.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I like what they're doing. But if you're out there and you're a streamer, guys, I think this is a really good time to get out there and start streaming this game. You're going to be, I mean, there are still like really good streamers with people with a lot of numbers, but like I myself am not the greatest, but even when I'm on lately, I'm getting a lot more viewers and so forth like that. So if you want to, if a lot of players are like, hey, I want to play a game, I want to get good on my Twitch stream, this might be a good place to play around.
Definitely. It's a good time to get ahead of the train instead of jump on the train.
Oh, God, yeah. So, we talked about the Forge. The fun thing I'm really interested in, and here we're at now, is the new content for sale. We got chicken skins, we've got emotes, and we got this new Tropical Traveler mount, which you were so jelly of the other night.
Yep.
Yes, I own the Tropical Traveler, and I had to get the Cluckomorph. The Cluckomorph, the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Chicken skin. But yeah, no. Now, here's a question for you. Now, I love that they've got this, but is it too soon to be having stuff like this? I get the Battle Pass, but is it too soon to start selling stuff like this in an alpha game?
Now, depending every scenario. Hang on, I got it. Every scenario of this, every game is different in this situation. For Realm Royale, I say no. The reason is two main points. One, the game is free, so they have to pay for all their studio and all their everything they do. And all their content, they have to pay their people their salaries and all that stuff. So that has to happen. Two,
the Heroic Leap team. Let's remember the new team, Heroic Leap.
Two is that they have graphic designers. They have 3D modelers. that the graphic designers and the 3D modelers are not programmers. They are not bug fixers. Their job is to do this. They can't just have. They don't have one guy with a wrench in a server room just fixing everything. So
they don't. Oh my god!
so,
what the you've blown my mind.
I mean, some games it seems like they do. So
Yeah.
they might do that for some games, but for this studio, they have to have those people doing something, and this is what they're doing. This is their job, their specific specialty. It's not. A lot of people say, "Oh, they're releasing this content, but there's still so many bugs in the game, or this is wrong with the game." They have people working on those bugs. They also have people working on graphic design. They don't have one person doing everything. So that once you see it from that standpoint, is that they have people just to make assets like this that we could have, then you kind of understand, okay, it makes more sense why they're here. Them making these mounts and making all these purchasable content, that's not taking away from any bug fixing time. So
Yeah.
I like this. I like this. It gives the players more things to do, more content, fresh new things to have fun with and buy if they want. If they don't, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's simple as that. That's not going to alter their speed at fixing the bugs or putting updates out for the game.
I will agree with that 100%. But I really wish they would have put the Keemstar as like a daily quest. Like if you finish 5 daily quests in a week, you'd get this one. Because the other ones seem like they make sense. I'm still trying to see how the Cluckamorph deals with the dinosaurs. But hey, I'll take the stretch. But no, the Keemstar, it seems more of a promotional piece, promoting the tournaments. That one I would have liked to have seen not in here.
Yeah,
that's just
I
my
agree.
yeah.
I agree completely. I love that Keemstar is starting to do his tournaments for Realm. It's drawing attention to the sport. It's making it more competitive. I like that a lot. But thanking him in the fact of having all of us buy a Keemstar chicken. They could have done that. I think they should have done a Keemstar chicken for like 500 crowns and put something way cooler up there for that purple one.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, something. I mean, yeah, it's going to be rare, and yeah, I'm going to buy it. I know I'm going to buy it. The thing is we're streamers. We're streamers, and people come to our stream to see these things. So part of being a streamer is putting the money out to buy these things to be up there. But yeah, it's now the Tropical Traveler on the other hand. I couldn't get my credit card out fast enough.
Yeah, that is by far my favorite thing so far. I love that. I thought I loved the Raptors a lot, but now this thing, and then let's not fool anybody. This is called a chocobo.
It's a chocobo. Yes, it's a chocobo.
Once I saw that, I was like, that's amazing. Now, and you know what though, Seth? I was so against the Cluckamorph when I first saw it and I first heard it, and I'm still kind of cringed out by it. But the more I see you die and turn into that weird ass thing, the more I like it. It's weird.
Well, you just like seeing me die, but but let's. I do have to say, the other day, Donut and I were playing, and I had to give him kills for him to do his daily quests. This doesn't happen very often, and he doesn't want to admit this. Yeah. See, he won't admit this, but for a change, I was having a really good day. For some unknown reason, I was getting some kills, so I was really happy. When you get to play with the pros, every time you get just a little bit of, oh look, I did a little better. You gotta.
I must be rubbing off on you.
That's what it is. Good training. So a couple, just some other stuff I want to talk about. Number one, daily quests. I have to say I really love the daily quests. Now, I went to Europe and I went to Russia, and then when I came back, of course, I'm really far behind on my battle pass. But you're getting like 15. What was it? 1,500 per daily quest. So you're getting 4,500 points, XP points by just doing these things. And the daily quests are fairly straightforward. So I like them.
Yeah, I liked them a lot. They definitely make it easier. I remember when the Battle Pass first came out, I was scrolling through it and checking it. I was like, how long is this thing?
Yeah.
How many days do we have again? Oh my god. And of course, you and I, being adults, we have other things to do than just as nice as it would be to just be able to sit on our computers all day, every day. We have responsibilities. Exactly. So the fact that we could be able to play not play nonstop and still definitely hit our battle pass and get it leveled up with these daily quests, that helps a lot.
Yeah, because I mean, when the battle pass first came out, you and I, we made an agreement that we weren't going to, do the expensive battle pass, start all the way, what was it, level 44, 45 or something like that, 43, that we were going to work our way through it just so we could see what it takes. Now, I was working daily, and I was working for like 4 or 5 hours a day, and I was getting like 2 or 3 battle passes like each day, and I was like, this feels a little rough. Now that we have this, I'm feeling a little better. I don't know when it get like I'm at level 18 right now, so I've really got no, I'm sorry, I'm level 20 right now. So I got a ways to go to get to 64. So I don't know how it'll feel later on, but right now in the mid area, I'm feeling pretty happy about it.
Yeah, they definitely like I said, the daily quest definitely helped a lot, and it was in the very beginning. I was kind of worried. And I have more often than not, I have more high kill games or more games that are top 3 placement. So I wasn't too worried when I heard it was coming out, because I knew I played fairly okay or / well. I would get at least some experience. But when it first came out, I was getting a little worried. I was like, wow, this is taking a lot just to get to like level 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But now I think they're adjusting it to where it's going to be easier to accomplish.
I think they're going to have to tweak the XP when it comes to the next battle pass, because it is still a little larger than I think it should be, but we'll see. Heroic Leap Games. I mean, they announced it, I think, a few days ago, that the entire group is now called Heroic Leap Games, and they will be specifically tasked at Realm Royale. Like, I'm really happy they're doing this.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, I have heard some people saying that they're doing this because they feel like it's going to fail, and they want to fail under a different name. Which I didn't think about that.
That sounds. I don't like thinking about that. Yeah.
I know, exactly. Me neither. But then again, that it might be something you have to think about now, that since after we just talked about how the population declined, right. They saw it coming, they knew it was coming, they had the server side hotfix for the queue timers, so you might be something to think about. But I personally, I just think they wanted to have something to focus solely on this game because of its popularity.
Yeah, well, I think they did the same with Paladins as well, didn't they?
Yes, they split that off as well to a completely different name.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I do not know. So, we talked about the part 2 of the 2-part patch. Hopefully, I would expect that to come out fairly soon, because we've been sitting on this for this patch is actually the longest patch we've had. This is what, August 3rd was when this patch came out.
Yeah,
something to that effect. So this is the longest sort of drought that we've had without a patch for a while. So something's going on. I'm pretty interesting. Now, have you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying, yeah, they're definitely cooking something up, and I'm worried it's gonna be something big. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely gonna be something big. And we've already had so much go on so far in the recent patch. So I'm a little scared, but I'm a little excited to see what it is.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see them come out with something like really crazy. I want them to come out with the new skins. I want them to maybe come up with a new character. I mean, I'm excited. The console release. Have you did you sign up for the PS4 or the Xbox One?
No, not yet. I actually went full PC and got rid of my consoles.
Ooh.
I will be getting another PS4 actually next week. So I'll probably have to go sign up for that.
Wait. So you're not getting the Chocobo? That's why you're not getting the Chocobo. You're buying the PS4. I see. So while I'm running around on my Chocobo, I'm just going to go PS4.
Yeah. I have to keep reminding myself.
But yeah, so anybody who hasn't, I think you have till a couple of weeks in September to get in on the beta, the alpha/beta of the console release, to try it. So you can go onto Steam, you can get over there. There's a link to sign up for both. So head on over there. Where's my paladin?
I know. I thought they would have it sooner.
So for those of you guys didn't know, they've been talking about. You've heard Thor, you've heard Baggins. There was somebody scraped the site as well, and they found abilities. They saw the paladin. They saw a bunch of this stuff, and I'm really expecting this to come out. I mean, maybe it's gonna throw the balance off too much. I don't know. Maybe they want to get everything balanced right with the characters and then bring it in, but I don't know.
Yeah, that has to be it. They are doing so many changes with. They're still if you think about it, they're still doing all these big changes with the core gameplay, let alone the classes. So they definitely want to get that to a solid spot, and then make sure the classes are still good. I think they already did all their work to the classes, or at least most of it. The classes are starting to feel a little bit more balanced throughout the games.
Right.
Now it looks like they're working on the actual core gameplay, and once that's finished, hopefully they'll start releasing new classes. I'm already 2 steps ahead of Paladin. I'm waiting for the Priest.
Yeah, I know that you want a healer out there, and
I'll give you something to do while I'm killing everybody.
Oh, I see. Well, seeing as the last game, maybe you could heal. Yeah. No, but anyways, and then the new skins. I mean, we were talking about the new content for sale. I'm thinking fairly soon that we're going to start seeing skins for other classes show up. Fairly soon.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen with what they already have out for us to purchase. Obviously, we're gonna get skins as well, and that's exciting. I like that.
I want the mage in like this awesome robe, just like really evil looking dino robe with like shoulders, and that's what I want.
I like that. I still want a black hooded assassin. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, okay, you've already got assassin stuff. You know, you got that hat, you've got the feather.
I got a safari guide. I don't want a safari guide. I want a legit assassin, black hood, black cloak.
Wait till the next battle pass when it's not dinosaurs. It's more going to be medieval. Now, what do you want? If you were going to have, what would you want the next battle pass to be?
I would go, like I said, I don't know what their plan is for the game as a whole, but I think that what they're doing now, I think they should go up the timeline. They're at dinosaurs and primitive. Next, they should be the Dark Ages, medieval stuff, and then we'll go up to there, all the way to the futuristic stuff.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
I think that would be a really cool way to do the timeline for the battle pass.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about that. That would make a lot of sense.
As they patch the game, we can still find the old dinosaur fossils from the alpha, but then once the game is in full release, now it's like there's a UFO crash somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
I think that'd be really cool.
I really like that idea. So, but they'd have to do a little slower. So maybe the Bronze Age. But the thing is it doesn't work that well because we have machine guns.
I mean, we have auto rifles. We have auto rifles in the game.
That's still one of the things that I'm still not. I wish they would have kept the weapons equal to like the characters that we have, because you've got a mage with an M16. It just doesn't make sense in my head.
Yeah, you can't really think about it too much. Okay?
Yeah,
you got a little 2-legged alien running around also. So
yeah. So anyways, I mean I know these skins are coming out fairly soon for this battle pass. It'll be very interesting to see. There's going to be a lot of credit cards being thrown out. I know once that happens. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, that's what we have for this week's awesome episode 3. We are now that I'm back, I am training for a marathon, and Donut is still working his butt off, but we are going to be doing things each and every week from moving forward in the near future. little vacation here or there, but we will be hitting these things every week. So come on back here every Tuesday. Normally 8 o'clock, between 8 and 9, we'll go live. Donut, why don't you tell the nice folks out there how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can find me at twitter.com/LO_donut_OL, or on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LO_donut_OL.
You know, what I need to do is I need to put that right here. I need to get a screen that sort of says all our information right here. I'm going to do that for the next stream.
Definitely.
Hold me to that. Hold me to that, guys. And you can get me at OctoOG. That's this channel. If you want to follow us here, you can. It'd be great. Then you'll get also set the alerts so that you know when we come on, so that we can say hey to you as soon as we jump on the stream. But other than that, that's what I have. So thank you, Donut, for coming on with us again. And
no problem.
Everybody, have yourselves a great night, and we shall talk to you next week.
See ya.